Hello everyone, welcome back to the garden. I know a lot of you have already watched the daffodil full tour, which is totally awesome and amazing, so thank you so much. But several people expressed interest in wanting just kind of like a top 10 pink daffodil video, and that makes sense because pinks and some of the fancier ones, they're really popular, so I would understand why not everybody would want to sit through a 40-minute video that I've made previously, detailing all the different daffodils in my garden. So with this video, I'm just going to really focus on the pink ones, or, kind of salmon coral shades. There is some variation there, but I guess let's just get right on into it. These are my favorite pink/salmon coral flowers for the spring garden. First up, we have Replete. Replete is a double flower. In the other video, I mentioned pink champagne. Replete is a little bit darker than the pink champagne. However, it seems to be much more reliable in terms of overall form and uniform color. And it's actually a lot easier to find. Sometimes pink champagne, I have trouble finding that. At least in the past couple years, I haven't been able to find it. This one has nice strong stems and it looks gorgeous in cut flower arrangements. Moving on, at number 9 here is going to be British Gamble. I had a really hard time choosing between British Gamble and Martha Stewart because they are so similar. However, British Gamble won out mainly for me because the flowers are so huge. These things are enormous. These trumpets are gigantic on these British Gambles. Martha Stewart is a much more smaller size, better suited to arrangements and things like that. But I definitely prefer this British Gamble for the landscape if you want kind of a high visual impact. In addition to be very large, this pale pink color is just really lovely and soft and pastel and very much a welcome addition to the spring garden. Nice long stems too. Definitely a big fan of those nice long stems. Coming in at number 8, I've already lost count, we have this gorgeous split cup. Ooh, look at that thing. In the center, the petals are a little bit of a pastel yellow shade, gradually edging out to this very soft pink. The colors will change over time. If you plant them in the shade, the colors will be a little bit more pronounced or a little bit more washed out if they get a lot of sun, so that does vary. Next, we have Precocious. Beautiful. What is this? Is this number 7? Is it bad that I've already lost count? Precocious is a stunning one. It has this lovely kind of deep pink color that can almost border on salmon. Those petals are very frilly and ruffly. My only complaint is that they're not very uniform. Each one varies quite a bit, even in terms of color and overall fluffiness. The stems are nice and long, and they are fragrant though, so I can't really complain. Next, we have Nightcap. I wasn't quite sure I was going to include Nightcap in this one, but ultimately decided to since they are kind of that coral pink color. Each of these cups has a very defined perimeter around the outer edge of the cup. This makes them very pretty. My only complaint with these is that sometimes they do nod their heads down a little bit, and that can make it a little bit difficult in terms of using them in cut flower arrangements. Chromacolor is another one that I wasn't quite sure I was going to include, but ultimately decided to because it does kind of side on the deep pink once it's fully open. When they first start to open, they are very much a little bit of orange, but they end up being this kind of neon coral color that's dependable and beautiful and looks great in arrangements. Very, very uniform too, so really nice. Apricot Wonder is another split corona that I really love. There are a lot of beautiful kind of pink salmon split coronas available. I think I really like this one because it stands in the garden a long time. And as it fades over time, the sun kind of washes it out. It does kind of go into this very, very soft pastel pale pink color that I think is just unmatched in terms of looking good even after it has been in the garden for a while. So that's definitely a winner. I lost count of how many we're on. I have no clue what number this is, but this is Faith. This is one of my favorite pink single cups. You can see the cups are pretty pronounced and they have that ruffling, but the best part of Faith is this peach pink color. It is such a true pink color. The camera does not do this one justice. I think this is one of my favorite single cups for sure. Speaking of single cups, Pink Charm, another really, really beautiful one. Unlike the last one, this one has kind of that white throat in the middle of the cup, and that ring around it is so gorgeous. It just gives it such depth and dimension. They are insanely uniform. They look good just in a jar together. Very, very nice. Sometimes the stems are a little bit short, but not really too much of a problem, really. Up high, of course, I had to rank Apricot Whirl as one of my favorites up here. The stems do tend to be on the shorter side sometimes, and I can complain about that, but this is just such a roughly large, beautiful, high impact flower that I can't, move it further down the list. I think it will always be one of my favorite pinks, and it's definitely one of the first pinks that I grew and really got me into exploring the different types of fancier daffodils that are available to home gardeners. So I think this one will forever be, way up here in the top of my list. Next is another one that's really gorgeous. I didn't realize I put so many single cups in here, but this is Peaches and Cream. This is kind of like Faith meets Chromacolor, like the best of both worlds. We have that kind of ruffly edge, and we have that really just pronounced saturated color, but it's more of a peach pink tone rather than that kind of really, really deep tone. Hard to explain. I'm not doing a good job at it, but this one is gorgeous, and I love the stem length on this one. Had really good experiences with apricot flowers. Next is Steph. This is one that is relatively new to me, so unfortunately I don't have much footage, but these cups kind of, splay back, and they have that ring. Some of these, when they first open, they are almost glowing, bordering on orange, but as they fade in the garden, they get that soft pastel color, and it is insanely pretty. I just love these things. I can't wait till more popular flower farmers discover them so they can get the attention that they deserve. But I'm going to be stocking up on these, so quote me. These are dreamy. Moving right along, what list would be complete, of course, with the number one in my heart, Daffodil Flower Surprise. If you want to see gratuitous amounts of footage, you can check out the full tour for the Flower Surprise. This is just a little bit shortened because you guys have seen me show this over and over. So double, so beautiful, so fluffy. The stem length, the strength, the use in flower arrangements. I just can't say enough good things about it. I think this one is definitely my favorite. I definitely named more than 10 flowers in this video. I am so sorry. I get carried away and I lose track of things. Well, some were just extras, I guess. That's it for this one. Thank you so much for taking the time to check it out and to stop by and to kind of rewatch some of this footage that you've already seen in the longer version of this video with the more comprehensive details of all the different varieties that I grow here in the yard. I hope you're having a great day. You totally deserve it. Hope it's warm, sunny, beautiful garden weather wherever you are. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.